Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I wanted to share with you some dinner ideas that you can get from Aldi's. All these dinners are going to be $5 or less. I know that you guys are going to love these dinners. Let's get started. First thing we're going to be doing is a pizza casserole. So to a 9x13 pan, I did go ahead and lightly grease that, and I just did about 10 ounces of Rotini Noodles, made sure that they were al dente, put them at the very bottom of this dish, and then I have about 10 ounces of this pizza sauce. This pizza sauce is something new. I don't think I've ever seen it in the store at Aldi before, but loving it that they have pizza sauce now. I just had these pepperonis on hand. I could not find any pepperonis in the store. I know that they have them. They carry them. They're about $2. And so I just used the ones that I had on hand and then stirred that all together. And now I'm just putting about 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese just right on top of that. You are going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. You just really want to make sure that cheese is nice and melted. Everything else is like pretty much cooked through. You just have to make sure the cheese and those pepperonis are kind of cooked through just a little bit. And that's it. Look how delicious this turned out. My family really enjoyed this. They enjoyed it so much that we had to make it twice because for some reason it did not go through on my video the first time. I went to edit and it was just not there. So I was like, sorry kids, we're making it twice. But they didn't mind because they really enjoyed it. Next, we're going to be making some marinated chicken. So I just have some potatoes here that I'm going to go ahead and dice up. And then we use that chicken that you see in just a little bit ago. It was already thinly sliced, so that was kind of nice for me. I just had to kind of trim off any of the excess fat. And then now I'm just placing my chicken right on a cookie sheet. I did put a little bit of avocado oil just right on top of my foil, just so it has a little bit of oil to cook with, especially with those potatoes. I am wanting quite a bit of oil to cook with. So I just seasoned my chicken with some salt and pepper because I'm going to be putting a marinade right on top of that. I'm also seasoning my potatoes. You guys can do however you want. Usually for potatoes, I'll put like a little bit of paprika or even like some Parmesan on top of it. That's always really good. I just did some salt and pepper and then just like a little bit of some oil. You can do avocado or olive oil is usually my favorite. I had this marinade that I've had in my pantry for probably close to a year. So I desperately wanted to get rid of it. It's not an Aldi brand, but I got it really cheap. And so you guys can find marinades at Aldi's for super cheap for like $1 to $2. They have a bunch of different varieties. I really just like having barbecue chicken, to be honest with you. So you can always go that route or like some Italian. Those are like my top favorites. That I could get from Aldi. I put this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 to 35 minutes. I just wanted to kind of check on those potatoes to make sure that they are cooked through. And so with baby potatoes, usually they cook through pretty well versus like a russet potato. And so my chicken was so tender. The kids were like, wow, this is so tender. Like it turned out perfectly. And then I placed it with some green beans as well on the side. Such a good dinner. Next one we're going to be making is like a kind of like an Alfredo one. And then I put it with some like broccoli as well. So here I just have my ham that I just diced up. I did use up all of that ham that was in that packet. And now I am breaking my spaghetti. I did about 12 ounces of spaghetti noodles. Just made sure that they were nice and al dente. Put them off to the side. And now I have my jar of Alfredo sauce. I love that they have Alfredo sauce. Maybe I just never buy it there. I don't know. But it's the first time I noticed that they even had Alfredo sauce, which I love. And then I place 1 cup of broccoli. And then I place my ham that we had chopped up earlier. Just place that at the bottom, giving that a really good stir. I also put in a little bit, I shook up the jar of Alfredo sauce with some water. That way to get all of that Alfredo sauce out. And I'm just putting a little bit of noodles at a time. That way I can kind of stir everything together a little bit better and it's not like a huge mess. But tongs was probably not the best way to do that. I definitely needed some like noodle spoon, something like that. I don't even know what those are called. Anyways, this turned out really good. My kids are never a fan of broccoli, but I try to put that into their diet the most that I can, especially if you chop up your broccoli really fine. I feel like my kids will eat it a lot better. So they really enjoyed this dinner as well. Okay, now I'm gonna be doing this like chicken gravy over rice. So first I'm going to need about 2 pounds of chicken, and then we have 1 packet of turkey and 1 packet of chicken gravy mix. That's just what I had on hand, and you can kind of do like an onion mix from Aldi, since they don't really have those gravies all the time. So it just kind of depends. Once I get closer to like, Thanksgiving, then they'll have like the turkey or probably the chicken one. But I also placed 1 can of cream of chicken soup and then 1.5 cups of water in there. I let that cook on a high heat for about 2 to 3 hours, or you can do low heat for about 4 to 5 hours. And then I just use like this meat masher to mash up all of my chicken and make sure it's like nice and shredded. So now that everything is shredded, I just put in a little bit of parsley, about a tablespoon of parsley. I feel like I usually go heavy on the parsley when it comes to meals. I really enjoy the parsley seasoning, especially stuff like this, like a chicken gravy. I don't know. Parsley is just really good in meals like this. And then while this was cooking, about the last 30 minutes, I did start cooking up some rice in my Instant Pot. I love cooking rice in Instant Pot. It is just perfect every single time. So if you're not cooking in an Instant Pot, you really should. I will leave a link to my favorite Instant Pot in the description box for you guys. And that's it. This meal was so simple. It is so good. I like doing stuff like this, like on a Wednesday night or whenever you guys need something like on the go. This is a perfect meal for you guys. Next, I'm going to be doing a loaded baked potatoes because they were super easy and they're super inexpensive. I had another meal in mind, but I was kind of in a hurry and I thought, you know what, this one would be perfect, and it's not very messy and it's super easy to do. I just put potatoes at the bottom of my Instant Pot and then put about a cup of water. I let that cook for 50 minutes on a high pressure cook time. Once that is over, look, these potatoes are perfect. It even starts like peeling at the very top. So that's how you know it's definitely cooked through. And then I have some ham slices. I just diced that up. And then I did something different that I don't think I've ever done before. I wanted to put some queso on top of this. It was actually really good. I've never put queso, but you know what? We have cheese, we do the sour cream and stuff like that. But I thought queso would be so good, and it really was. All my kids were like, wow, I really like this. So don't knock the queso, guys. You definitely have to try it. I definitely seasoned my potato with some salt and pepper and some butter first, and then I layered it with my queso sauce there. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, just to get a good little layer of queso. And then I had a little bit of bacon in my fridge that I needed to chop up. So I used some of that, and then I used up my ham that we chopped up earlier, and then I topped it with some cheese. You guys don't have to do all of this. Whatever you guys kind of have on hand and whatever you guys like. I know a lot of people like the black olives and the chives, so really whatever it is that you have on hand that you really want to use. But guys, definitely try the queso. It is so good. If you have like some turkey, that would be good in this as well. So definitely such a great meal. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I have tons of other videos just like this on my channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.